Have you ever felt a chill crawl up your spine, a whisper in the wind, or seen a shadow flit by just at the corner of your vision? Some call it coincidence, others call it fate, these eerie happenings that stir the air around us and tug at the edges of our awareness. Throughout history, humans have been captivated by the idea that the universe sends us warnings through mysterious signs and spooky signals. But what are these phenomena? Are they mere figments of our imagination? Or could there be something more? Something ancient and unseen, communicating with us? From the rustling leaves that dance to an unseen tune, to the sudden appearance of animals believed to herald change, these signs have been woven into the fabric of human storytelling and belief systems across the globe. It seems that no matter where you go, each culture has tales of omens that forewarn of coming events, guiding or cautioning us through the invisible threads that connect the tapestry of life. These stories aren't just relics of the past. They continue to permeate our modern lives, influencing how we interpret the world around us. As we delve deeper into this topic, let's explore the diverse ways in which these mysterious signs appear and the meanings they carry. Join us as we unravel the tapestry of symbols and signs that may have more to say than we first assumed. Imagine walking alone on a quiet path when suddenly the wind shifts, carrying a faint, almost imperceptible whisper. Your heart skips a beat. Something feels different. Something feels odd. This moment, like countless others experienced by people around the world, forces us to wonder, are these unusual occurrences mere accidents of nature, or deliberate messages meant to be decoded? From ancient civilizations to our modern era, every corner of the world has its own set of legends and beliefs about signs and warnings from the universe. These mysterious signs are often seen as a bridge between the known and the unknown, the visible and the invisible. Whether it's the unexpected sighting of a comet, a bizarre pattern of birds in flight, or an unexplained sequence of numbers that keeps appearing in your life, each of these events carries its own story, its own eerie significance. These phenomena raise intriguing questions. How have humans interpreted these signs throughout history? What common threads run through cultures and epochs? As we embark on this journey to uncover the secrets behind these spooky signals, we will explore the rich tapestry of human belief and skepticism. We will delve into stories that have captivated the human spirit, shaped civilizations, and still spark curiosity and fear in the hearts of many today. As we peel back the layers of mystery, let us keep an open mind and consider the possibility that the universe might indeed be more communicative than we've ever imagined. What secrets lie hidden in these signs and signals? Let's find out together. In our quest to understand the mysteries of the universe's warnings, let's take a step back into history. Long before modern technology could explain away many of the Earth's mysteries, ancient civilizations were deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature and the cosmos. They believed that everything around them was imbued with meaning, from the changing tides to the positions of the stars. Take, for instance, the ancient Egyptians, who meticulously recorded celestial events and interpreted them as divine messages. A solar eclipse wasn't just a spectacular celestial event. It was a dire warning from the gods. Similarly, the Greeks consulted oracles, priests or priestesses who acted as messengers of the gods, to interpret the signs that were believed to predict future events and influence decisions in everything from farming to warfare. Across the world, in the Americas, the Mayans were known for their sophisticated astronomical calculations. They observed the sky, charting the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, and considered eclipses and comets as ominous warnings of impending disasters or royal fortunes. These practices highlight a universal theme: the belief in a connected universe where signs are sent as guidance or warning to those on Earth. Such historical insights not only enrich our understanding of the past, but also challenge us to think about how much of this ancient wisdom influences our current attitudes towards mysterious signs and spooky signals. As we ponder these ancient practices, we might ask ourselves what signs we are receiving today that might have been significant to our ancestors. What warnings preserved through centuries of observation and tradition are we still attentive to? One common type of sign is the natural phenomenon that seems out of the ordinary. This could be an unexpected storm that strikes when least expected, or flowers blooming out of season. Some interpret these anomalies as nature's way of signaling shifts or changes in our personal lives or in the world at large. Another type involves animals behaving unusually. For example, birds flying indoors, or pets becoming agitated without any apparent reason. Throughout history, such animal behaviors have been considered omens or precursors to significant events, tapping into a primal intuition that all creatures in the universe are interconnected. Then there are patterns we stumble upon in our daily lives that seem to defy simple explanation. Recurring numbers on the clock, certain phrases heard repeatedly from different sources, or even particular dreams that leave us waking with a lingering feeling of urgency or forewarning. These types of signs stir our curiosity and often lead to personal reflection. They compel us to ask questions about the deeper meanings of these experiences. Are they mere coincidences, or is there a deeper, perhaps spiritual layer to these occurrences? As we continue to explore these mysterious signs, we delve deeper into the complexities of interpreting what might be a message from beyond our usual senses. Having explored various types of mysterious signs, let's turn our attention to personal stories that many have shared about their encounters with these enigmatic signals. These accounts provide a human touch to our understanding, illustrating not just the existence of such phenomena, but also their profound impact on individual lives. Consider the story of a young woman who kept noticing the same sequence of numbers, 222, appear repeatedly throughout her day, on clocks, receipts, and even license plates. She interpreted this recurring number as a nudge towards making a significant decision in her life, which eventually led her to pursue a new career path that was more fulfilling than she had ever imagined. Another tale comes from a man who experienced a sudden and unexplainable chill every time he approached a certain crossroad on his way home from work. This sensation prompted him to take a different route one evening, only to later find out that there had been a serious accident at that crossroad around the time he would have passed through. He couldn't explain the chill, but he was grateful for it, as it might have saved his life. These stories, among many others, resonate with a wide audience because they touch on a universal curiosity, the possibility that there is more to our world than meets the eye, and that perhaps we are guided not only by our senses, but by something greater. They invite listeners to consider whether they too have experienced signs that, upon reflection, seem to carry a deeper significance. As we ponder these personal stories, we connect not only with the mysteries of the universe, but also with each other, sharing in the wonder of the unknown and the unexplained. While the stories of mysterious signs stir our fascination, it's also crucial to examine these phenomena through a psychological lens. Why do we see signs where others might see random events? The answer lies partly in our brain's natural inclination towards pattern recognition, a fundamental aspect of human cognition that helps us navigate the world. Psychologists suggest that our minds are wired to look for patterns and connections as a way to make sense of our surroundings. This ability has evolutionary benefits, helping our ancestors avoid danger and find essential resources. In the modern world, this translates into seeing faces in clouds or interpreting random events as meaningful coincidences, a phenomenon known as apophenia. Moreover, confirmation bias plays a role in how we interpret these signs. Once we believe a certain kind of event is a sign, we are more likely to notice and remember similar events, reinforcing our belief that these are not mere coincidences. This psychological perspective doesn't diminish the personal significance of these experiences, but offers a rational explanation for why we might perceive ordinary events as laden with meaning. Understanding this aspect of human psychology can be both comforting and enlightening. It invites us to reflect on how our perceptions are shaped and to consider more critically the signs we encounter. By acknowledging the workings of our minds, we can better differentiate between what might be a genuine mysterious sign and what might be our mind's attempt to impose order on chaos. Beyond personal and psychological interpretations, it's enlightening to see how different cultures around the world perceive and react to mysterious signs and spooky signals. This cultural perspective shows us the diversity in human thought and the universal nature of our quest to find meaning in the unknown. In some cultures, certain animals appearing in dreams or in reality can be seen as an omen. For example, in many Native American traditions, seeing a spider is often considered a sign of creativity and protection. Conversely, in parts of Europe, an owl's call is sometimes interpreted as a precursor to misfortune or even death. Similarly, natural events can have widely differing interpretations depending on one's cultural background. In Japan, a sudden gust of wind might be thought of as a communication from the spirits, prompting reflection and respect. Meanwhile, in Caribbean folklore, unexpected changes in sea conditions are often viewed as warnings from the ancestors to stay on land. These cultural distinctions enrich our understanding of how humans relate to the mysterious. They remind us that while the nature of signs and signals can be universal, their meanings are deeply embedded in the specific histories, environments, and beliefs of different peoples. This section invites us to appreciate the rich tapestry of interpretations that contribute to the global narrative of mysterious signs. While many embrace the mystery of potential signs from the universe, it's equally important to consider the skeptical views that challenge the notion of these phenomena as supernatural or significant. This critical perspective helps ground our understanding in rationality and encourages a more discerning look at what might otherwise be taken at face value. Skeptics argue that many so-called mysterious signs can be explained through science and rational explanations. For instance, seeing repeated numbers might not be a cosmic signal, but rather the result of our brain's tendency to recognize patterns, as we discussed earlier. Meteorological phenomena that might seem ominous can often be predicted and explained by scientific principles, reducing their mystique to natural processes rather than prophetic messages. Moreover, skeptics remind us of the risk of confirmation bias, the tendency to only notice and remember occurrences that fit our expectations. This bias can lead us to falsely interpret random events as connected and meaningful when they are not. Engaging with this skeptical viewpoint not only tempers our enthusiasm for the mysterious, but also sharpens our critical thinking skills, helping us to differentiate between truly unusual occurrences and simple coincidences. It's beneficial to balance our natural curiosity with a dose of skepticism. By doing so, we ensure that our interpretations of signs are not just reactions to our desires or fears, but are also informed by a thoughtful consideration of all possible explanations. In today's world, the influence of the media cannot be underestimated, especially when it comes to shaping our perceptions of mysterious signs and spooky signals. Films, books, and television often depict these phenomena in ways that can dramatically sway public opinion and stir the imagination. Consider how movies and TV shows use ominous music or sudden changes in lighting to turn ordinary scenes into moments of suspense and forewarning. These artistic choices make the idea of universal signs more thrilling and engaging, but they also create expectations about how such signs should appear in the real world. Books, particularly those in the mystery or fantasy genres, frequently weave in themes of fate and destiny, using symbols and omens as plot devices. These stories can profoundly affect how we interpret real-life events, making us more likely to see meaningful patterns where none may exist. This media portrayal reinforces the idea that life is full of hidden messages waiting to be decoded, appealing to our love for stories where heroes decipher these clues just in time to avert disaster or seize a crucial opportunity. While these narratives are compelling and entertaining, they also challenge us to question the authenticity of our interpretations and to recognize the line between fiction and reality. As we consume these media representations, it's important to stay aware of their impact and to critically assess how they might be influencing our beliefs about the signs we encounter in our own lives. As we've explored the various aspects of mysterious signs and how they are perceived, it's crucial to discuss how one might interpret these signs without jumping to conclusions. Understanding and interpreting signs requires a balance between open-mindedness and critical thinking, allowing us to consider both the possible and the plausible. Firstly, when encountering what appears to be a sign, it's important to consider alternative explanations. Ask yourself, could this event be coincidental? Are there logical reasons behind this occurrence? This approach helps prevent the quick assumption that every unusual event must have a deeper meaning. Secondly, it's useful to reflect on personal biases. Are you interpreting this sign in a way that aligns with what you hope or fear? Recognizing our desires and fears can help us view signs more objectively and less emotionally. Moreover, discussing your experiences with others can provide additional perspectives that might help clarify whether what you're seeing is truly unusual or if it's a common phenomenon. Sometimes, a fresh pair of eyes can offer a new angle or debunk our initial thoughts. Finally, consider keeping a journal of these signs and the contexts in which they occur. Over time, this record can help you identify patterns that are either meaningful or merely coincidental. This practice encourages a thoughtful and measured approach to interpreting what the universe might be communicating. By adopting these strategies, we can more wisely discern the nature of the mysterious signs we encounter, balancing our innate curiosity with a grounded approach to the mysteries that unfold around us. Understanding the diversity of interpretations and the reasons behind our perceptions helps us appreciate the complexity of human nature and our desire to find meaning in our experiences. It encourages us to remain open to the unknown, while also anchoring us in a healthy skepticism that questions and rationalizes the world around us. As you move forward, whether you're a believer in these mysterious signs or a skeptic, keep an open mind and consider the multitude of factors that influence our interpretations. Remember, the balance between belief and skepticism is not just about debunking myths or confirming suspicions. It's about enhancing our understanding of life and the myriad ways we connect with the universe. May your curiosity always lead you to seek answers, and your rationality guide you to question the paths those answers might suggest. Whatever signs you encounter, approach them with